as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And 3-yard line.
Down at the
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
2nd and 6.
Mayfield now. Rolling to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
A good pickup there at 22.
That 18-yard line.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Mayfield on play action. Now Mayfield lost the football, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intercepted. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Forced out to his left. He'll find Metcalf and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson, escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Play action. Now Wilson being chased out left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
At the 30-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They go play action with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Jason Myers.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson steps away to his left. And caught left side, Olsen. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Myers for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A gain of 7. 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Complete.
It's a big play there for the Browns. 61 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. He's going to take, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is DJ Reed returning. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent. And they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. There's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Larry Ogunjobi busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Forced out to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Play fake, Mayfield. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Throwing, Mayfield. Going deep here for Landry. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking for Landry that time, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st and 10. At their own
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
37-yard line.
Now Wilson being chased out left. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson dancing to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Again, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Buying time to his left. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The extra point now coming from Myers. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Carlos Dunlap picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd down.
Don't need it all ball back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
3 and out. Fourth down.
Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Steps away. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And 23 yards, the final tally.
We know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, forced out to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings.